That's one thing I've known about him. And I will share something with you. During the whole campaign, I have one regret with the campaign that I had with Peter Obi. And this happened, it was when we were going to, I think I can't remember, the South states, was it Bayelsa, then Port Harcourt or something. But anyway, we were supposed to have P Square come to perform. They had agreed, they supported him, they have agreed, they were ready to do this whole campaign. They were very vocal about their support for him. And they had agreed. We had gotten the private jet, gotten someone to get a private jet for us. I was going to take them to, I think whether it was Bayelsa, the first one. No, it was not Bayelsa. I can't remember the state now, but the one before Peter Obi went to Port Harcourt, they were ready. But Peter Obi was like, he didn't want, and he did not just with the log, he didn't want, how Nigerian government can be. He didn't want them to be in a position where they'll be vulnerable. So it was like, no, they are ready to do this. They've accepted. They are public with it. He kept dragging. I literally spent 8 hours back and forth with Mr. Peter Obi, sending him message. I did one long, me that I don't even like writing. I did one long episode to write to him why it was okay to allow P Square to come and perform. And he was like, no, I don't want them to use this against them. I don't, blah, blah, blah. And for me, and I've said it to Mr. Peter Obi, I said, the next time something like this happens, I'm going to make a decision. I'm not going to wait for you. Whatever it is, I will bear the decision, because I kept waiting. At the end of the day, we had to cancel that particular one. And that's why even the P Square themselves, they came out public to say, they are no longer going to be at that show. So when they were going to Port Harcourt, they didn't tweet it out until they got into Port Harcourt. But I felt that also, and then when they got to Port Harcourt, a lot of people didn't even know they were coming and stuff like that. So for me, I always say that's my one regret, because I would have taken that decision. I'd already planned, I've gotten everything. I'd gotten someone who got us a private jet. I was going to take them. They even had something they were going to do in Lagos before going back. They were ready to do these 3 states. I could have just done it and just gone on like, okay, Mr. Peter, we'll talk about it later. We'll fight and do whatever over it. I've made this decision, but I didn't make that decision, and I regret that. And I've told him, and they were like, anytime that sort of decision comes in again, I'm going to do it. But why am I saying this? I'm saying this for every one of us to know that this is who Mr. Peter Obi is. If something is going to favor him, he's not going to say that, because I want this thing, let me just get it. He will always watch out for you. Is it safe for the person? Is it this? And he doesn't want anybody, and anybody that is supporting him to be affected in one way or the other. So people are expecting that Mr. Peter Obi is going to call people to come on the streets and protest for him, so that then you now have opportunity for them to bring you hoodlums like they did during NSAS, to come and start causing mayhem and say if Peter Obi supporters are doing it, or to bring tear gas, to start tear gassing us, to start shooting. Mr. Peter Obi is not one person to do that. He has shown it. That for me, I'm good with what he did, and I think the fact that people are more enlightened, people are seeing. Some Nigerians want to suffer. They supported Mr. Tinubu's reading. Now bring on the suffering. We will all hear out. Everybody go chop breakfast. We don't they chop them.